poll show, fitness and exercise make the top 5 on New Year's resolution list. So the key is to do it to be consistent. Dr. Izdean Mufleh, a primary care physician at Boca Regional Hospital, is here with some suggestions and 5 tips to stick with that fitness goal. It's sticking with it that is really the key for a lot of folks out there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you know, what I always say is it's consistency that's going to get you there. So you have to be, you know, consistent with it.
You know, you often hear, make sure before you start any kind of exercise routine, talk to your doctor. It's almost like reading a warning label, and a lot of times we don't. We just bypass that. You and I were talking, and you said that's really important, though.
Yeah, absolutely, because often, especially if you haven't seen a doctor in a while, you may not necessarily be aware if you have a pre-existing heart condition or some other kind of issue that you may need to be cleared first before you begin any exercise routine. So it's very important to do that, because you don't want to, God forbid, hurt yourself if, you know, if something like that.
Absolutely. Studies show about 80% of people who begin the month working out in January, they usually fall off within 5 months. I'm actually thinking it's going to be sooner than 5 months.
I know, I agree. I don't know what study that is, but I'm going to have to look it up.
The treadmills are packed, you know, this week, next week, and the week after, and then by March you can get one at the gym, can't you?
Oh, I know, absolutely. I mean, you really have, when you're starting a new routine and you're going into the gym, you know, the most important thing I think why people fall off the wagon is they have this all or nothing mentality. They think, I'm not perfect with it, then I'm no good at all. But that's not true. You just have to be good enough.
We're looking at video here. It can be intimidating, especially if that gym is crowded and it looks like there's a lot of people that are definitely in shape. So in terms of knowing where to start, do you have advice?
Yeah, I mean, look, if you've never had followed a true exercise routine, or you're trying to, you know, approach a new thing, like you want to lose some weight, you've never done it before, you know, you want to have the right plan in place. If you don't know, if you've never done it before and you don't know what the recipe, so to speak, is, you want to make sure that you go to somebody, whether it's a physician that's, you know, knowledgeable in fitness, or a personal trainer or a coach, someone who's done it before and can give you that blueprint.
Soreness is good. Often it's an indication that you're doing something right, but it also can be, on the contrary, an indication that you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, I mean, so there's a difference between being sore from like a good workout versus pain. So if you're experiencing actual significant pain, that's something that you need to make sure that you get checked out. But soreness, on the other hand, is something that is normal, especially when you're starting your routine, and take a little bit of time to recover from that. But the more you stay with your routine, you won't feel as sore as time goes on.
One of the things you see in patients, they may have started the exercise routine, they're getting it down, but your eating still has to almost reflect that, right, to see results?
Oh yeah, and the thing is, what a lot of people don't understand is diet is a huge portion of the equation. I think it's even more critical than exercise when it comes to weight loss, so you must get that down.
How do you keep that mindset, that positive attitude? We like results very quickly. When it doesn't happen, you know, we tend to get discouraged. How do you keep going at it day after day, or maybe it's every other day?
Sure. The most important thing is to be, like I was saying a little earlier, is to be consistent. So not every day is going to be perfect, whether, you know, you ate something you thought maybe wasn't part of, you know, what your eating habits should be. Maybe you missed the gym, you had a meeting or something. That doesn't mean everything went to waste.
Sure.
You know?
Over time, you build up.
Absolutely.
Love it. Dr. Mufleh, thank you so much. Well, here's to sticking with those 2020 New Year's fitness resolutions.